Hey everyone, and thank you for clicking on my video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been on my channel or you've been around for a while, you will know that I have a new background behind me. I have a new area. This is my brand new setup. I hope to be in this setup for a little while now. So I might add a movie poster here and a movie poster there. And also I have two chairs here because in the future we may be doing something fun with this channel. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, stay tuned. I can't wait to show you guys what we have coming. But for today, we're going to go ahead and do a top 10 most anticipated or top 10 most excited for movies for the rest of 2024. That is from today until the end of the year. For this list, I think I don't want to be too strict on ranking these movies, so I went ahead and made the list in no particular order, threw in a couple honorable mentions. Besides the top 3, which will be in order, everything is just loosely ranked or loosely thrown around in here. So, without further ado, let's get into this. And to start off my top 10, we have The Bike Riders. And this is a trailer that I've been seeing in theaters for quite a while now, and every time this trailer comes on, it really catches my eye. It looks like something that I would be interested in a movie that is kind of geared towards me. And when you look at this cast, man, it is exceptional. We have Austin Butler, who did a great job in Elvis and in Dune 2. We have Tom Hardy, who's been one of my favorite actors ever since he came onto the scene back in like Inception days. And we have Norman Reedus, who is my favorite Walking Dead character, and Daryl Dixon. He is my Twitter profile, and so seeing him in a movie about people on motorcycles when that's literally what he did in The Walking Dead has me super excited. That is one of my top 10 movies. Up next, we have Alien Romulus, and this is directed by Fede Alvarez, and usually I wouldn't get too excited about these new Alien or Terminator or Predator movies that they come out with, but this one really caught my attention because of the director and because of the early reviews. I think it was David Fincher who called this movie a masterpiece. Fede Alvarez has done great work in recent years. One of my most favorites is the Evil Dead remake. I am a huge die-hard Evil Dead fan with Bruce Campbell as the main guy, as Ash Williams. So having a movie without him kind of scared me, but Fede Alvarez made that movie so good, and honestly, it's probably one of my favorite horror remakes of all time. I know some people don't consider it a remake, but it kind of is. So super excited for that one. Can't wait to check it out. Up next, we have A Quiet Place Day 1. I really enjoy these Quiet Place movies, and I thought in number 2, when they did a little bit of like the backtracking to the first day, I thought that was one of the best parts of the movie. So getting a whole movie centered around day 1 of this alien invasion, of this whole Quiet Place storyline, will be awesome. And one thing I'm super excited for is Eddie from Stranger Things is one of the main members of the cast, and I love Stranger Things. It is my favorite show of all time, and Eddie's one of my favorite characters from the last season, so that will be awesome to see. Next up, we have Joker 2, or Joker Folie à Deux. This has the cast and director returning, as well as Lady Gaga joining in as Harley Quinn. I think that is awesome. I love Lady Gaga as an actress. I know some people don't think, oh, singers can be actresses, but she was awesome in American Horror Story, and she was awesome in A Star is Born. I thought she was great in both those films. I'm excited to see what she does here. One thing I'm nervous about is that they're making this movie a musical, which does not fit Joker in my mind, but who knows, maybe Todd Phillips has an idea here and he is doing something special with it. Up next, we have the Borderlands movie, and this movie is based off the video game series, which I played a little bit at my friend's house when I was younger, and I actually just picked up the original Borderlands game to replay it, so I'm excited to do that. But the main thing that gets me excited for this movie is that it is directed by Eli Roth, who was longtime friends with Quentin Tarantino and has made some crazy cool movies. I thought Thanksgiving from last year was an awesome horror movie. I thought that movie was really freaky, and I thought the gore effects were some top-notch stuff. So I'm excited what he can do with this Borderlands film, with making a video game adaptation. I usually don't like video game adaptations, so that kind of has me a little nervous, but I will be seated for this one just to see what Eli Roth can do with this film. And up next we have Trap, which is the brand new film by M. Night Shyamalan. I know a lot of people don't love M. Night. For me, he is one of my favorite directors. Every time people have negative or so-so reviews on his movies, I still happen to like them. Not talking for all of them, I'm not talking about Avatar or The Happening or any of those, but like Knock at the Cabin last year was one of my favorite films of the year. I had in my top 3, which I know I'm probably the only person in the world to say that, but that's how much I loved it, and I love M. Night's style. So anytime he has a movie, I'm super pumped for it. And next up for this kind of unranked top 10 part, we have Nosferatu by Robert Eggers. I am a huge fan of the original Nosferatu. I've never seen the one from the 70s, although I've heard it's not as good. Maybe I have to check it out beforehand. But Robert Eggers being attached to this is what has me super excited. He has done some excellent work with horror and with, having people on the edge of their seats in films in recent years with his past works. And I think he will do a great job with this. Like I said, not a big fan of remakes. But if you're going to put a director like Robert Eggers in charge of a film like Nosferatu, I think it has something special that could come out of that. Alright, before I get into my ranked top 3, I'm going to go ahead and throw in some honorable mentions for you guys. And first off, we have Venom: The Last Dance. These Venom movies are not great. I know that. I actually really do enjoy the first one, and I think it's a solid, good film. The second one was not quite on this level, and these movies are really just turn your brain off and watch some carnage candy, watch some action, watch some superhero films. They're nothing special, they're not going to change your life, they're not going to give you this love for film, but they're fun to turn your brain off, sit in a theater, and watch one. So I'm excited for Venom 3. Plus, I heard that a young Peter Parker may make an appearance, so be on the lookout for that. Next up, we have Smile 2. And again, with horror movies, I'm not a big sequel guy or a big remake guy, but the first Smile was so fun, and to see that the same group of people are attached to Smile 2, I'm hoping they can continue this story. It did leave us on a bit of a cliffhanger, nothing that I'm dreading about and I can't wait to figure out what happens, but still, maybe they could take this story on a fun path. And last up for my honorable mentions is Gladiator 2. And it's a shock to everyone because I have a YouTube channel about movies, but I have never seen the original Gladiator. So I'm excited to watch that one and then go into theaters maybe a couple days later and watch Gladiator 2. Do a little 1-2 feature for me. It'll be a first time watch for both. So that is what has me super pumped. And before I get to that top 3, I have one dishonorable mention, and that is Sonic 3. I actually enjoyed the original Sonic. I thought it was super fun, and so being a movie fan, I had my girlfriend go watch Sonic 2 on our anniversary. Bad choice. That movie was so boring, so just childish, and the humor was so bad. I felt like I was watching Sonic make TikToks, if I have to explain anyway. The movie was just that upsetting for me, and to have a third one coming out after how poor that one was, that's why it's a dishonorable mention, because I probably will still check it out when it comes to streaming, but there's no way I'm excited to go see that one in theaters. Getting past all that, here is my top 3, and these will be ranked. These are in fact my 3 most anticipated films of the year, and coming in at 3 we have Terrifier 3. I did not think I'd be a huge fan of this franchise after watching the first one. That was literally just gore for the sense of having gore. The story wasn't that good. Yeah, it was a cool new character in Art the Clown, but I can't lie, it wasn't my favorite. Then Terrifier 2 comes out, and I hear all this buzz around it, so I finally check it out myself, and I love that movie. That made Art one of my new favorite horror icons. I love the final girl in that film. The movie had such a cool story and such a cool background and lore, and I can't wait to expand on that. Plus, we're getting Terrifier 3 as a Christmas movie. Christmas and horror always works good for me. The original Black Christmas is awesome. Violent Night is awesome. This will be awesome too. At number 2, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. There's not much I can say that other people have not said. You have Deadpool 3 coming into the MCU, making fun of the MCU on his appearance, and you got Hugh Jackman Wolverine back. And I think, based off the trailer, we may have a little bit of Deadpool kills the Fox universe, so I'm pumped for that. This is a movie that I'll be at opening night IMAX for sure. And number 1, which is Funny to me because I'm pretty sure it was my #1 most anticipated movie back in 2023 when I made that video, and it still hasn't came out. That is Maxine. X and Pearl are fantastic films, and if Maxine is on the level of those two, this will be my favorite horror trilogy of all time, hands down, no doubt. X is one of the best slashers I've ever seen. If I had to make a top 10 slasher list, you know it would be up there. Pearl is a really cool psycho-esque story that's more character driven, and I'm excited to see what they go here. They have a 1980s, I believe, LA like lifestyle here, so you get Richard Ramirez as a villain in here, plus you get Maxine trying to make it as a movie star. I'm super pumped. This is for sure my #1 most anticipated for the rest of the year, and I can't wait for it. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and comment below and subscribe to my channel. Doing all that helps me out so much. I want to continue to grow, to make content for you. You guys are awesome. You always click on my videos. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.